Oh, fuck! Look at that fucking stupid lions. And they're laughing all the way home. And they'll be the big heroes. And their wives will fuck them to death. I mean, everybody's a hero. You can do that. I have done that. I don't have the scars to prove like the Messiah guys, but you can be trained to do this. But you got to suck up your fucking pantyhose. You got to suck up your pantyhose. There's no question about that. But you can do this. It's like that big guy I told you I hit, and then I bumped it, and then he fell down, he fell down and fucking shattered his fucking collarbone. I might not be here today if that had gone the other way. And he was going to apologize. And my buddies made me feel like a shit. I didn't feel like a shit, but I mean, you can never underestimate how wrong you can be. And then me telling the story, and he taps me on the shoulder. I look up at him. Fuck. What are the odds? What are the fucking odds of that happening? Fortunately, his arm was still, instead of playing down there it could have got ugly. But, no guts, no glory. Yes, Will. I mean, is that in your relations there, those skinny black guys?
The question in the QLA process, who would the lions be? Would that be like the bankers or like?
Correct.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Okay. That was it. Well, maybe that was one of your uncles out there, yeah? Huh? Could be. And I told you all when we got to presentation skills, wipe your hands off before you go in to see these people because your hands are going to be sweating. Now, I know some of you looking, what do you mean my hands are going to be sweating? Trust me. Your hands, for the most of you, will be sweating because you'll be outside your comfort zone. You will have never done this before. And for those of you that have made financial presentation, et cetera, not the way I'm going to teach you how to do it. One of the first questions you ask the asshole, Stefanos, what's your legal lending limit? What? They don't know. When was the last successful loan over $100 million in this category did the bank make? Huh? Huh? You're going to put the bankers on their back foot, or the insurance company, whoever you're talking to, on their back foot. Means that translates, you put them off balance. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I mean, you turn it, everything that you thought you knew about, getting money is almost all wrong. Not all of it, but almost all of it's wrong. I got a Goldman Sachs guy who you're going to talk to later this week. Goldman Sachs, prestige investment bank, arguably the most prestigious. And he's used to having, like Superman, GS on his chest, Goldman Sachs. And so this is the first time he's had to operate on his own bat, as they say in cricket, on his own bat. The good news is he spent 4 or 5 years at Bear Stearns, where I come from, first, and then he went to Goldman Sachs. So, and Bear Stearns are grinders of the investment banking world, as opposed to Goldman Sachs being the elite. But you'll put them on their back foot, and you keep them on their back foot. And when you go through the interviewing process, I'm getting way ahead of myself, is that I'm here where our board has taken the decision that we're going to renew our banking relationships. Currently, we have a deposit-only relationship, more or less. We deposit money, they give us no service. We're now interviewing the key banks in healthcare, or whatever it is, healthcare, to see where there's a chemistry, a rapprochement, where we have some relationship. And we know that you just did $100 million, or 100 million euros, whatever the number is, in healthcare, or health science, whatever. And, we're here to see what you can offer us. Not the way you come in groveling. And, it's a horse of a different color. It's altogether different. Altogether different. And I said, we sent you our executive summary, and then he'll say, yes, the strength of the board. I said, it's really quite remarkable that you could get Sir Percy Shitbag and Lord Fuckface and da-da-da-da-da-da, and yeah. And the former, M&A partner, worldwide practice for Deloitte Touche, and yes. So they make a great team. And the important thing is that they're action-orientated. We want to get a deal done this quarter. Now, see, all this is on my website. Every fucking word I just fucking said is on my motherfucking website. But I can just tell by looking at you fucking morons, it's like I'm saying Greek to you. And the fuckfaces on YouTube, they probably know more about it than you do. It's all on the website. And we'll go through interviewing, and you'll learn how to interview them. And it's, you're like a prick tease. You don't, fine, well, we'll get back to you. Well, thank you very much. And they'll be calling you. And when we go through some of the presentations and some of the responses from the banks, and that the banks chase after you, which is the complete antithesis of how you're doing it now. The complete antithesis. And that's why, we make, superheroes out of you. And in some of your cases, I'm being facetious now, but for some of you, that's a fucking big stretch. But we've been doing it for a long time with great success, both in the UK, Europe, you name it. We have people that are continuing to do it. But I'm not saying it's easy. I would be disingenuous if I told you it was easy. It's not easy, but it's easier than the alternative. It is significantly easier than the alternative. And we've got some, and now with the templates and all the other stuff that you get, it's quite remarkable. And with all the product that's on the site, and deal flow, and how do you get the fucking money, and all these other things, it's quite simple. Any questions? Who do I have at 5 o'clock? 6 o'clock? 7 o'clock? That's it for today, right? No 8 o'clock. Okay. Okay, kids. Thank you very much. YouTube, thanks.